from entertaining billions of users around the globe to now being called a threat. TikTok has had its ups and downs. But why is the US suddenly so against it? And will the platform really be banned? Watch this video to find out the real reason the US wants to ban TikTok. Unless you're living under a rock, you'd know that the Biden administration tried to pass a bill that would ban TikTok in the US. If it is finalized, it could potentially mean that the app would be removed from the Google Play Store or the App Store. But before we jump into the bill, let's check out the events that led to its existence in the first place. Back when Donald Trump was in office in 2020, he tried to ban the platform outright with an executive order because he believed it was a national security threat. This order was, however, struck down in the courts. Then came the Biden administration, and that created a whole new problem for TikTok. You see, in January 2023, banning the platform was once again in the works. In an attempt to gain Congress's confidence, TikTok proposed a $1.5 billion plan called Project Texas. This plan aimed to move all US data to the United States, a concern that was growing. But more on that later. This plan, which transferred data to Oracle's cloud and set up a US subsidiary to manage it, failed to sway Congress when it voted on its ban. Instead, the administration banned TikTok on devices used by federal employees the following month. And that's not all. In March 2023, the FBI got involved as well, and together with the Department of Justice, launched an investigation into allegations that the platform spied on American journalists. A year later, in March 2024, the U.S. House of Representatives passed legislation that required ByteDance, TikTok's parent company, to sell the app or be banned in U.S. app stores and websites. However, this was never voted on, and just when the Chinese company thought the worst was over, President Biden signed the bill into law. If you're wondering how the legislation makes a path for the sale or ban of TikTok, let me explain. This bill gives ByteDance 270 days or 9 months to sell shares of the app's US operations. If they go through with it, the US will be more content with data privacy, and it would give them an economic boost as well. However, if they don't, it means the app will be banned. So, it's a double-edged sword for TikTok. That's exactly why they declared that they would fight the bill in the courts. According to them, it's a breach of the US Constitution's First Amendment, which protects free speech. TikTok CEO Shou Chew said in a video posted soon after Biden signed the bill on April 24, 2024. "We aren't going anywhere," adding that the facts and the Constitution are on our side, and we expect to prevail again. Even the Chinese government said it would firmly oppose the sale of the app, saying, "The sale seriously undermines the confidence of investors from various countries, including China, to invest in the United States." For now, this whole legal battle is expected to take at least 2 years, during which the app will remain unbanned. Now, why is the government so bent on banning the app? Well, there are a few reasons, but the main one is a national security concern. You see, they fear that the Chinese government could use it to spy on Americans or weaponize it covertly to influence US public by pushing or suppressing certain content. This refers to 2 features of the app. One is their privacy policy and data usage, and the other one is the way developers can control the algorithm. Let's talk about their privacy policy first. You know, the terms and conditions that none of us bother to read? Well, for TikTok, it's quite shady due to the amount of data they collect. This data includes your personal data and biometrics, the way you use your phone, how long you use the app, and your location, etc. Now, you could argue that these aren't that harmful as the developers need this data to make their app better. But the problem lies within Chinese national security laws, which require organizations to cooperate with intel gathering. Michael McCaul, a Texan Republican who heads the House Foreign Affairs Committee, said, "This app is a spy balloon in America's phones." Later he added, "The app is used to surveil and exploit Americans' personal information." When it comes to the algorithm, lawmakers believe that the Chinese government can influence the younger generation, who use the platform as their main source of news. This argument is credible. They could only show you the side of the story they want. They could boost content that aligns with their agenda and suppress videos that are against it. Beyond these security risks, other reasons the app is disliked include its addictiveness. The spread of misinformation, risks to child safety, mental health concerns, and selling data. While the platform's representatives claim they've taken countermeasures to address these issues, to some, the situation remains somewhat alarming. Now, TikTok has completely denied having any ties with the Chinese government, but it's not going so well. The Chinese government owns 1% shares in the company and even controls one of 3 board members of ByteDance. So, do you see why the US is so concerned about this? But there are a few problems with this ban as well. First, there are over 170 million US users, and around 7 million of them are small businesses that use the platform to reach new customers. This is even more alarming for content creators who monetize their videos and rely on that income. If the app is banned, their livelihoods could be ruined. And think about this. If you go against the choice of 170 million users, you'll probably lose a lot of votes. These kids will be old enough to cast their vote in the next election. If the platform is banned, leaders could lose a significant number of votes. Moreover, the bill has also been scrutinized by civil and digital rights groups in the US, such as the American Civil Liberties Union and the Electronic Frontier Foundation. While talking to a news outlet, Ashley Gorski, senior staff attorney with the ACLU's National Security Project, said, "Banning TikTok directly or indirectly would violate the First Amendment because it would stifle free expression and restrict the public's access to a critical source of information. The government can't impose this type of total ban unless it's the only way to prevent extremely serious and immediate harm to national security." Other observers have pointed out that the app works like any other similar platform, such as Instagram or X. According to them, banning TikTok alone would be hypocritical when all these companies are also carrying out questionable policies. Now, you might be wondering, is TikTok really a security threat? Are there any other countries where access is restricted? The answer is yes. Both Nepal and India have banned the app. However, in India's case, the ban was motivated by its ongoing geopolitical tensions with China. In addition to these two, Afghanistan, Australia, Belgium, Canada, Denmark, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Taiwan, the UK, and EU governance bodies have all banned the app from government phones. So this isn't something new for TikTok either. For now, TikTok plans to take this case to the Supreme Court before the day of the ban, which is reported to be January 19th, 2025. While talking to a news outlet, a spokesperson from the company said, "We plan on taking this case to the Supreme Court, which has an established historical record of protecting Americans' right to free speech." Now, it will be interesting to see how both TikTok and the US government play their cards. That's it for this video. What are your opinions on this matter? Do you think the ban is justified? Let us know in the comments.